Pete, well, where to start? An incredible night for your team, an incredible night for Cheltenham Town, taking Arsenal under-18s all the way to spot kicks in the FA Youth Cup third round. Can you just tell me a bit about what your emotions are right now?
I think the emotions are summed up by the players at the end of the game. Before staff have even said anything, the first thing the players have gone is, lads, put a smile on your face, you should be proud of yourselves. And I think that's the overriding feeling. The players have represented the club superbly, both in round 1 and 2, but especially tonight. And also it's a great reflection on the club and the hard work that's going on across the academy, and the players tonight with their hard work were a reflection of everything that's going on. But ultimately, yeah, very proud. It's a great platform for them now, what they've done. It's a great platform for them to go on and be successful. It's proof that hard work and determination is key. So yeah, very proud of that group of players.
After 120 minutes, neither side could find the back of the net, but yet it felt like it was a game that had everything, even the weather conditions. You know, what was it like for the lads to try and compete against a top-level team in those sort of conditions?
I think, like we said before the game, the players were really excited and really looking forward to it. I think it took sort of 10-15 minutes for the nerves to settle down. I think that was only natural. We weren't quite as calm on the ball as we have been or could be. But then once the players found their stride, I think they really looked to play well, and the mixed football that we're looking for them to play and develop into. So yeah, overriding feeling of very proud. The game did have everything, things off the line, last minute defending, but very positive play from us, and also credit to Arsenal that posed a different challenge again to what our players are used to. And I thought overall the game was conducted in a really good way, and a really good game to watch. So yeah, overall really good performance, and as it always is with penalties, it's luck of the draw, but credit must go to the lads who took penalties, because all of them stuck their hand up and went, Pete, or take one, I'll take one. So they deserve a lot of credit and respect for that. Absolutely.
Arsenal dominated the first half,
yep.
But from the second half onwards, including into extra time, there was you'd like to think that perhaps it was Cheltenham who came out on top of both of those sort of halves of the game. Is that how you saw it as well, particularly the second half performance?
Yeah, we're very encouraged by it. We very much think we dominated the second half in terms of waves of attack, in terms of being very dominant off the ball. The way we set up meant that we could do that. We didn't want to get set up in a low block and just counter all the time. And I think the way the players went after them in a press at the right times was credit to their maturity and credit to sort of the game intelligence that they've developed. And I think the way we then controlled the out of possession and dominated that, if I'm honest, meant that we did have control of the game. And those little key moments of when we won the ball back, 50% of the time we were a bit loose and didn't have enough care, but the other 50% we caused a lot of problems. And as always from set pieces, we think we're relatively creative and can do damage for them, and that's obviously what's caused a lot of problems as well. So always things to look at, always improvements that could be made, but the way they handled the conditions, the way they fought, the desire they showed, I think shows a really, really strong mentality in the group. And we have no doubt that they'll all go on to be successful both in football and in life, because a mentality like that is far more important than anything else.
You mentioned the decision there not to play a low block, not to put 11 men behind the ball. What sort of almost courage or thinking did that take to do? Because you're well aware that Arsenal are a top team, they play in the Premier League youth setup.
Yep.
But of course, in the end, it proved that it was the right thing to do, because it meant that you had several chances throughout the game.
Yeah, we had a meeting with the players on Monday and sort of went around every individual and said, what would you want to do? We gave them a brief idea of how we felt Arsenal was set up, like we normally would do. And sort of half the room, or most of the room consensus was, yeah, we want to sort of go after them, a high press. And a couple were like, no, we'll sit into our block. And what we tried to achieve tonight, and again, a bit of autonomy for the players in terms of getting them to understand it, it was moments of the game. So moments of the game, we did go into 11 behind the ball, but we were doing that to spring traps and set traps to go after them in a press. And I think we recognised when to press really, really well, and when to press and lock on in their half. We couldn't be proud of their work rate and desire, and how they performed, and recognised moments in the game in what was a high pressure game for them.
Did the physical performance and also just the pure, almost like stamina to keep going to the 120th minute against a team like Arsenal just reflect how important what you've done all season in terms of getting second years out on loan, in terms of getting 15 and 16-year-olds pushing up into the under-18s teams they're playing 2 years above them? Does that all reflect why you do that when you go and watch a game like we did this evening?
I think very much so. We took the players to Weston-super-Mare about second week into pre-season. In terms of a physical loading day, the manager's very keen on hard work and desire and pushing through, and we took that idea from the first team and what they do, and that day we spoke about at the end of the game in terms of think back to Weston-super-Mare when you'd ran for 4.5 hours and you'd gone through water and you had to really push and push and push. And those sort of memories and moments are always learning points and checkpoints in their development to always refer back to. So we referred back to that, and you can see a couple of them go, yeah, we can keep going. But like you say, the whole overall development model of having the 18s as a training group and different people at different points in that training group, I think showed tonight that when they come together they can be really powerful, both on the ball and also out of possession and in mindset, to take Arsenal, who probably top 4 youth academy in the country, to extra time and penalties is a real credit to the players and the staff involved in the group.
For the second years, of course, that's their involvement in the FA Youth Cup. Their footballing career is done now.
Yep.
But for them now, it's obviously a big few months. The next big quest, is try and push and try and impress Michael Duff in training and in loan spells and in their own matches to maybe push on to the next big thing, which is a potential professional deal in the first team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we always say to the players from the outset that obviously one of your goals should be a professional contract. Ultimately, what we do say though is if it is your time here, then great. If it's not, then what else can we do as part of that journey? So there's no plan A or plan B. Everything is one plan, and when their time comes, let's make sure they're ready for it. And I think tonight they were ready for this opportunity. For some of them, when they leave our programme, we will make sure they've got other opportunities, and night tonight will help them with that. And when their time comes, it might be when they're 21, 22, 23, it might be 28 when they get a professional. And if they don't get a professional contract, they might have a very good non-league career. So very much that open mindset from the players that the professional contract would be great, it's brilliant, but it might not be the right thing for you. And if it's not the right thing for you, what else can we do to help you? And I think that's really key. And again, those messages of buy-in. We know that not all the second years are going to get professional contracts. Not every young man on that pitch is going to get a professional contract. It's probably more the opposite in terms of the numbers. So what can we do to help them kick on? And nights like tonight puts them on a platform to go to other clubs, go non-league and show what they can do.
Last week, the under-16s, of course, got to the Fedlit Cup final, but again, unfortunately, lost out on penalties.
Yeah.
But some of them were involved again this evening in this game, playing 120 minutes. People like Joe Hunt. The Cheltenham Town Academy seems to be in quite a good place right now.
Yeah, brilliant. I think from all age groups, from under-8s upwards, all the games programme that are going on, we're very strong and very competitive. And again, that's due to the individual nature of the programme we're doing. We're trying to do what's right for each individual player. In the case of that, the under-16s who played tonight were right for the opportunity for tonight. Next year, you might not see them in the FA Youth Cup because it might not be the right opportunity or time for them. So it's all about trying to pick the right time for players. Everything is around them developing and what's best for them. But the academy is in a strong place, and I think that shows tonight with the depth of players that we have in terms of the younger age groups, especially with only 15 scholars, such a small scholarship group, especially compared to Arsenal. So to have players playing across the age groups and playing like that is brilliant and really, really good.